Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so we were reading how Krishna was taking his darshan away from Narad Muni. He disappeared from, he didn't give the, he gave darshan briefly and then he disappeared. Whatever attempt he tried after that, he was not able to take darshan of the Lord. Then the Lord said that it is only to increase your eagerness that I have taken myself away from your darshan, from your vision. But you continue to engage your intelligence in devotion, and it will not be destroyed at any time. Even when the creation and at the time of annihilation and creation, still your remembrance will continue by my mercy. So that part actually, the Narad Muni took it as a blessing for the Lord. Normally, when we are told that you are not going to see me anymore, then we will become very upset and annoyed that I tried so much, but you are not saying you will not give darshan. What's the point, Krishna? For to anybody for that matter, right? We help someone so much, and then they say, no, I am not going to help you anymore, or I am not going to reciprocate anymore. Then we feel upset about it. Whereas here, Krishna is given a very, very important benediction to Narad Muni. What is that? You have engaged your intelligence in my devotion, in my bhakti. So your intelligence and your remembrance of me will not be destroyed at any time, even during the time of annihilation or creation. Annihilation means this whole universe is annihilation. There is one other annihilation, that is our body, this life. So Krishna is not only telling that you will continue to remember after you leave this body also. He's saying that even if you take many more bodies until the annihilation of this universe, this pralaya will come and this whole universe will be destroyed. Till that time, your remembrance of me will not be destroyed. That is the beauty of this mercy. And that is one of the main reasons why in this next verse, which he read, this beautiful verse 25, verse number 25, he feeling a sense of gratitude, I offer my obeisance unto him, bowing my head. Because one thing, if you see, actually, our real problem is forgetfulness of Krishna, isn't it? Forgetfulness of devotional services. What is our real problem? As long as we are remembering Krishna, remembering bhakti, remembering the process of bhakti, because when you remember the process of bhakti, you will naturally want to do it. So when you are continuing to remember, no problem will touch us. But the moment we forget our source, from where we came, to whom we are supposed to serve, then all the miseries come. That is why most of the time people in this world, they keep saying this. They keep complaining about this particular thing, right? I have done so much to my family. I have done so much to my friends, but they are not grateful to me. They are not reciprocating to my service, to my help. Isn't it? How many times we or anyone else do tell that? Why? Because they are not qualified enough to reciprocate to our helps. Maybe that they are not able to, but that is one side, one type of. Other type is they don't want to. Even if they have the facilities or means, still they will not do the reciprocation. They will not remember what we did in their time of difficulty. No, that is not possible. Why? Because everybody is under the modes in this world. The modes will continuously, especially the passion and ignorance, the modes of passion and ignorance will keep us always self-centered. I am more important than anyone else in my life. So that is how um, this material world keeps us, this material modes keeps us. So that is why devotion helps us rise above from this material modes, platform of the material modes. Mamchayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samati chaita. Those who are doing unflinching devotion to Krishna, they will come out of the modes. So when you come out of the modes, the first thing that you do is you forget about your problem and you think more about others' problem. You forget about your own miseries and you think about others' miseries. That is the symptom of one who is rising above the modes. And that rising above the modes can be done only by dedicating ourselves in doing unflinching bhakti unto Krishna, unflinching devotional service. Yes, Swapna Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. What I thought that thinking about others is mode of goodness, and here we are saying that thinking about others' problem is getting out of the mode. So, how to?
No, I'm
So,
not
what
getting
is
it. What is
mode of
that?
goodness?
Thinking about others' problem is mode of goodness.
I thought that thinking about others' problem is mode of goodness.
Hmm?
I don't want anything. But
Hmm.
here we are getting understanding that thinking about others' problem is rising above the modes.
Mode of passion and
So
ignorance, lower
I'm
modes.
little confused.
Correct. See, when you are rising above the passion and ignorance, you go into the mode of goodness. And that is when you are starting to see the true problems of others. See, when I'm in the mode of passion and ignorance, even if I try to see others' problems, no, I may see for some time. But then after some time, what happens is it's enough. I know my problem is more important, more severe than the other person's problem. So that self-centeredness will come. It may look like I'm helping another person, but that also will be like I will help those who are friendly with me, or those who are my very close people who are very close to me, right? And in the mode of passion and ignorance, the other important thing that happens is the same person is not close with me forever. They will be friends for some time, then very next thing they will become enemies. At the slightest of chance, then they'll become enemies. So the person whom you were serving yesterday, you will not be serving tomorrow because the problem happened today. You understand? So that passion and ignorance, being in that mode of passion and ignorance, is what is because we are in the false ego. We are in the mode of false ego. Get me? So that false ego, what it will do, as long as that person is nurturing my false ego, I will keep friendship with them. The moment they hurt my false ego, they trigger something, then I will just give up and go. So in this way, you will not have a constant friendship with somebody, a constant mode of gratitude with somebody, or a constant mode of helping tendency with somebody. Only when you have gratitude, only you will have some reciprocation. No? You will want to reciprocate to them, right? So this gratitude comes in the mode of goodness. In the passion and ignorance, you may have very slight glimmer of that spark of that gratitude. That's all. You get me? So rising above the lower modes and going to the higher mode is a very important, essential ingredient for expressing or seeing how much Krishna has done to us. Right? So many times we will say that what I want is what Krishna should do. But what I am thinking is good for me may not be good for me in the long run. Right? Say, suppose I say that for me this place is not good. If I go to some other place, that place will be very good for me. Right? I may think like that. But there are many times people they go to some place thinking that there they'll be happy. But very soon they will realize that oh, my previous place was much better than this place. It is very difficult to live here. And so many people have told me that. You know, death is everywhere. You know, when Prabhupada was asked this question, you remember that, right? In India, the death percentage is higher. Rate of death is higher than in other countries like developed countries like UK, US, all these other places, right? So Prabhupada responded saying, actually, rate of death is 100% everywhere. Nobody else can answer like that, right? So this person got completely stunned, the reporter. How can he say this? Yeah, because everybody is sure, as sure as death. We are going to die for sure. We think that, okay, in other countries, you live longer. But that living longer, how does it matter? The Bhagavatam says, what is the use of living for 80, 90 years, man? But please live for 500 years. Taravah kimna jivanti. Hmm? The trees live for hundreds and thousands of years. What is the use? They just stand in one place. And so the living longer is not a criteria. Living a useful life, living a satisfied life, and living so that whatever within that life, how much you have benefited others, that is more important. Parartha Jivinaha. It says Parartha Jivinaha means living for the welfare and well-being for others. In one sense, trees are best example because they live only for the well-being of others. They don't live for themselves, right? So that is the real nature of a matured, someone matured in devotional service, living for dedicating one's life for others' well-being. So at that time, what we will do is we will not be thinking about our own suffering. We'll think about others' miseries much more than ours. So that's why Bhagavatam is a very, very special scripture because every character that is there, narrated or are there, they are revealed in Bhagavatam. They all show this quality of living for the well-being of others. And that is what Krishna will actually appreciate. I was just reading today a couple of slokas. I was reading the Dhenukasura past time, 15th chapter in the 10th canto. In the chapter, actually Krishna is glorifying the trees very much, and is to Krishna and Balram are walking in the forest. Krishna is actually glorifying the trees. See how these trees are so beautifully living their life only for others' sake. They are giving fruits, they are giving shade, they are giving everything, oxygen, they give everything for others' well-being, but for themselves they don't need anything. So living only for the others' well-being actually is taken note of by Krishna. That's the best way to be satisfied in life. And that is possible only we cross the three modes. Tada rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayashchai. Chetayete renavidham stam satve prasidati. See, rajastamo bhava, when you are in the rajo and tamo bhav, what you have, what happens is kama loba adayashchaye. Due to rajo, passion and ignorance, we will continuously be lusting after things, desiring after things, kama, and then loba. More and more, that lust will become greed. So when the greed comes, then there is no stop. In fact, in the seventh canto, Bhagavatam, it is so nicely said. Narada Muni is advising Yudhishthira Maharaj at that time. He is telling that karma also can be fulfilled by giving the desire. That the desire is fulfilled. Karma means small things that we want. No, for that the desire can be fulfilled. Anger also can be fulfilled when you are expressing your anger to somebody, and this thing it will go off. But greed is the only thing that cannot be fulfilled because it itself means that I want more and more and more and more. Right? So tadarajas tamo bhavaha kama lobhadayaschaye cheta yetair anavidham sitam satve prasidati. Evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavad tattva vijnana mukta sangasya jayati. By doing bhakti, you become prasanna manasa. Your mind becomes completely cheerful and joyful. Bhagavad Bhakti Yoga, when you are applying all your mind, senses, everything in Bhakti Yoga. Bhagavad Bhakti Yoga. Bhagavad Tattva Vijnana, when you are applying yourself in the Bhagavad Bhakti Yoga, then you will start understanding the science, Tattva Vijnana, the philosophical science, the science and philosophy behind the Bhakti, you will appreciate it. How Krishna is helping me so much, how Krishna is so merciful to all of us. Even those who are not caring for him, he is supplying air, water, and everything for them. Even to atheists, he is supplying everything for them. How can he can be so merciful without any expectation from others? So, like that, when you start looking into the thing, you will look at your own body, your own life. Our body itself is a representation of Krishna's mercy. We really don't know how this heart is functioning. We really don't know how this kidney, liver, lungs, everything is functioning. It's simply amazing how they are all functioning. The ear itself, how it functions, it's such an amazing thing. Just a few days ago, one of my very close friends from school, um, he has been my schoolmate and a very, very close friend. And he is living in the US with two children. And just 2 weeks ago, his wife, hardly she's 48 or something, 47, 48. Both of them are physiotherapists. They are doing very well. They have been doing very well in America. Uh, and children are grown up. They are studying there. Everything is settled. Life seems very happy and nice. Suddenly, she just got some headache, his wife, and they went to the doctor. They thought it's a normal headache. And then they gave some medicine. That headache was not going away. And again, 2 days later, they went to the doctor again and they did some blood test and said that she has blood cancer. And at that time, blood cancer is always, it's a very severe form of cancer, right? So they thought that maybe for some years, after some years, it will intensify and how far we can push it further. That's what was their question, my friend and his wife's question. They said, don't worry, because we are thinking of curing. Because in America, the technology and all is well advanced. So they thought that we can just cure it. No need for delaying it, but we can even completely cure it. Like that, they were telling. And so they got the medicines and all, and they came home, but the headache was not going away. So they again went and went to the doctor, and then they said this is not going away. And then they said we need to do an MRI scan. All these things happened within the last 2 weeks. Huh? So they took the MRI scan and they said that unfortunately there is a blood clot in the brain. So they said we have to do surgery to remove it. And then they said, okay, let's do the surgery. But they will obviously they will have to go for it. There is no other choice because the headache is really severe and it's not going away. So they did the surgery, and during surgery itself, they found that the situation has become very critical, and they told that we cannot save her anymore. Please forgive, and tell all the relatives and all that. So just 3 4 days ago, I got the news that his wife passed away, and I know her very well, and nice, very nice family, very close to us. And how to console this person now? A life in America is always something people dream of. Those who are in India, whatever this guy Trump does, irrespective of it, we are ready to go do whatever it takes to live in that kind of a country. But what stopped time or destiny to take away someone's life, irrespective of where we are, right? And being the doctors themselves, both of them are physiotherapists, doctors, they have been in this field for almost 25, 30 years now, right? So this is where we should be really understanding the reality of this life. Reality of this life is it's really life is really fleeting and unpredictable, and it's not something where you will guarantee that so and so things will definitely happen. This thing will not happen. That will definitely happen. Like that, there is no such guarantee. Anything can happen anytime. So Maharaj would always tell us that always expect the unexpected. Always expect the unexpected. Anything can happen anytime. It's a very, very true statement, really. So one may say that, for some people, we are able to detect this thing much earlier and we are trying some treatment. For some people, how it is that they just detected, they also said that it will definitely be cured, but something else came and took away the life. So death is something which is as sure as death, we say, it can happen anytime. So we cannot hide behind whatever wealth or name or fame or whatever position or anything that we have in this world, saying that okay, my death is too far away. It can come anytime and at any place and at any age. So that is a very important thing. So evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogatah bhagavad tattva vijnana. These are all the tattva. Tattva does not mean only talking about Krishna's pastimes and all that. Tattva also means a reality of life. So, Bhagavad Bhakti Yogatha, Bhagavad Tattva Vijnana, Mukta Sangasya Jayate. We become free of the association this world. Then what happens? Tada Rajas Tamo Bhavaha, Kama Loba, the Jays. So, Kama Loba, all these things are eradicated the moment you take to Bhakti and make it part of your life. And then, Kamalobhadasi Cheta Yetair Anavidham Sitam Satve Prasidati. Our consciousness becomes pure. And then we stay in the Sitam Satya Prasidati. He becomes situated in the mode of pure goodness. Goodness also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says very clearly that Tama, Raja, Sattva there. We may sometime go whenever we hear about this kind of said about death or about some difficulties in this world, etc., etc. We may tend to think that bit sattvic will go, but again because of our sangha, our others association on the outside world, we again come back to the lower modes. It's like a tottering thing, like how in the waves we go up and down, up and down. Like that, we go to sattva, again come down to rajotama, again sattva, again tama. That is what disturbs us. That makes us very pained. And what is this every time when I hear Krishna Katha, I'm feeling a little bit happy. But again, when I go back to the very old story, what should I do? That is why constantly purifying our consciousness by these thoughts, by how by studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and discussing with devotees on a regular basis will help us keep our things steady. So when we are steady in the mode of goodness, then what happens is we become purified. Our consciousness will get more and more purified, and we become situated in Shuddha Sattva. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. Hmm? Like Lord Shiva is telling that I am always situated in the Vasudeva platform, Sattvam Vishuddham, Vishuddha Sattva platform, because I'm always meditating on it. That is why any insults or any say ups and downs, favorable and unfavorable things in my life doesn't disturb me. Like the best example is when Mother Sati was killed herself in the she what is that took to fire, like she self-immolated herself in the Daksha Yajna. At that time, Lord Shiva became very angry because a devotee of Krishna has been unnecessarily killed. So he went and destroyed the entire gang of Daksha, killed Daksha, all those, everybody was destroyed. The whole Yajna of Shala was destroyed by his servants. He didn't go, his servants went and finished it. But after that, what happens is all the devatas go and complain to Brahma that this was what happened. Shiva's servants came and destroyed everything. Actually, Brahma scolds all these devatas. He scolds them that you have done a big mistake. You did not obey, you did not respect a great personality like Lord Shiva, who is our greatest Vaishnava. You have not respected him. That is why you deserve it. Whatever you got, you deserve it. Now the only option for you is to go to Kailash and you appease him, you please him by humble prayers. If he is satisfied, then whatever he is giving, you take it as mercy and come back. Now, anybody whose wife is killed and who already was insulted by Daksha and all, he didn't mind it. Somehow he is continuing with because of the Bhagavatam. He continuously he discusses Bhagavatam only in Kailasha with all the sages and his servants and everybody. So when these people all come, they were thinking that Lord Shiva will be extremely angry, ferocious, and all that. But the interesting thing is when they come, they see that he is very calm and peaceful, sitting under a tree and discussing Bhagavatam with Kumaras, Narada, and all other saints and sages, so those who are residents of Kailash. Right? So this is the beauty of a devotee, pure devotee, who does certain things to punish somebody, but that will not it won't linger on. In our cases and all, it lingers on. You see, when the situation is over, we don't forget about it. We keep on brooding over it and thinking over it and all. But for him, he just said this thing is over, and then he continued with Bhagavatam, even though his wife is not there. Normally, his people will be morose. Wife is not there, isn't it? So this is very important, actually, to understand the mood of a Vaishnava. Sitam Satya Prasidati. Because he's always absorbed and saw how to serve Krishna, how do I serve Krishna, thinking about how to glorify Krishna even more. That way, you don't have to be affected by the ups and downs in this world. Okay. Any comments, questions before we move on? Yes, Lachan Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
you mentioned Lord Shiva, like he forgot about uh,
Hmm.
Sati Mata.
Yeah, for not
So
forget about
uh,
Satimata, whatever incident that happened, he forgot about it.
yes. So now,
Hmm.
how to understand Prabhuji? Some like we should not be hard-hearted. Like we should not be like a stone. At the same
Hmm.
time, we should not keep lingering, as
Hmm.
you mentioned.
Hmm.
So, uh, of course, we should not be lingering, but at the same
Hmm.
time, due to compassion, due to the love, we
Hmm.
remember. So,
Very nice point.
uh,
Very nice question, Prabhu. So here is where, Prabhu, our basic lesson of ABCD comes into play. What is the basic lesson? I am not the body. So when you realize that you are Atma, your soul, you are not this body, then your connection and you are also realize that all others are also Atma and they are not there, those bodies, then our relationship with those living entities will be Atma to Atma, not body to body or Atma to body. You understand? So Lord Shiva's connection with Parvati is eternal. He is not connected only because of the body. You understand? So when you develop that
yes,
connection
yes.
with somebody based on the Atma platform, you don't worry whether the body is there or not. He could, through his Atma itself, he can connect to that soul, to the spiritual body of Mother Parvati or anyone else for that matter, right? He
Uh,
was he
True,
was
Prabhuji.
he was worried that he was worried initially when she was killed because he immolated herself. I mean Sati immolated herself. He became upset because the situation by which these people had treated her was very bad. So a devotee of Krishna, Prabhupada writes in the purport in that chapter, Prabhu, that Krodha Bhakta Dvesha Jane. Whenever, if at all you have anger, that anger should be exhibited on those people who are envious of devotees and envious of Krishna. You have the right to do that, especially for someone like Shiva, who is a universal controller, whose anger can destroy the whole world. He has because he has the capability, he deserves to be angry, right? So he was upset at that whole event where an innocent personality like Mother Sati, that too, her own father was so disrespectful and it led to that whole situation. When she left her body, she came and took birth again as a daughter of the Mount Everest, sorry, the Himalayas. That is why she is called Hemavati or Himavati. Like we say, Hema is her other name. Himalaya, daughter of Hema is daughter of Himalayas is Hemavati. So she became Hemavati again and again, married Lord Shiva. She became eternal. She is an eternal consort. You understand? So on the soul platform, Shiva only punished Daksha and his followers. But as far as Mother Sati is concerned, that Shiva was always connected with her at the soul level. So he doesn't have to worry about being separated from so and so person and all that. So for us also, when we have such kind of separations in our life, we have to understand one thing, that the relationships in this world are temporary. Whatever relationship you may have with that so and so person in that body, it's temporary. It can't survive forever. It can only survive to the extent that person is in that body, or I am in this body, or even within the body, people forget each other and there is no relationship, isn't it? Yes or no, Prabhu? See, we come across so many living entities. They are also alive. We are also alive. There are many school friends or college friends or office mates or college mates, project mates, whoever you are, they are all connected in some way or other at that time. But the moment the work is over, they don't remember us, we don't remember them. So even though both of us are existing, still we don't have a relationship with each other, isn't it, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
So that happens even while we are having the body. Then what to speak of in a person leaving the body? So what Bhagavatam gives us greatest lesson, Bhagavatam gives in the Chitraketu pastime, no? It's a very beautiful lesson. As soon as the soul leaves the body, the relationship is finished for us. It's a very, very strong statement and very, very true statement also. Very, very strong and very true statement. As soon as the soul leaves that body, that relationship is finished. Now, suppose we are very near and dear one has left the body. We are still in the body, correct? We will be thinking about our past life, how we interacted, how we reciprocated, and this is gone now, and I won't be able to talk to that person, etc., etc., right? But see,
Yeah.
from the other person's point of view, the other person, his body has left, right? That soul will not remember that body anymore. So, which means that soul will forget everyone else connected with that body. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, which means you are remembering, but that person has forgotten,
Uh, uh,
right?
yes.
That soul will go into some other body group. See, we are all in this body. In the previous body, we have associated with so many souls, whichever body that was. Do we remember them? We don't.
No.
So, same way, the other person also, when they leave their body and go to some other body, they will not remember us. That's the reality of life. So you will keep crying that, oh, my wife is gone, my child is gone, my father is gone, like that. We will keep crying, but that father, mother, wife, or whatever that may be, they will not remember us. That soul will forget the this relations as soon as it leaves the body. Right now, the question comes: two ways it will go. One way is that person, if he is not remembering, if that Atma is not remembering me, what is the use of me remembering that person? I will also forget and go. This is the negative way of looking at it, right? It is also good in one way, in the sense that you will not trip and bother over that separation. You will go and go with someone else. But the problem is, you left one and you hold on to another. You understand? You will go and catch on to someone else. My wife is gone, means okay, my children are my only souls. Now you will be too much attached to the children, and they also will leave one day. Again, you will leave. So this constantly getting slipper shots. This will continue. You understand? This is imperfect understanding of this tattva. The correct understanding of this tattva is that the soul has left that body and has only left that bodily connection. But when you have a soul to soul connection, that connection will stay eternal. You understand? That day, with all the 50, 60 years, you are talking to one person called a husband or wife or whatever, right? But that
Yes.
husband and wife, we are thinking of in a certain shape and form or whatever, right? Because of the body. But
Yes.
that body is not with whom we were speaking. We are speaking to the Atma inside. And that Atma you have not seen. That is what Hiranyakashipu is giving the best lesson to us. The person to whom you were speaking, you have never seen. The person who was reciprocate, I mean, whom you thought is reciprocating, he is dead. He is living. He is lying down here only. Why are you saying he is gone? He is gone. Very, very beautiful question. Till now, this question was asked millions of years ago, and till now nobody has answered. It's the best question in Bhagavatam, and this question is asked by Yamraj. The story is spoken by Hiranyakashipu to his mother and sister-in-law and all the other people when Hiranyaksha dies. Hmm? And this question nobody has answered till now. Can you imagine a question that is unanswered? Question for the oldest unanswered question is this: that the person for whom you are crying, whom you saw all these years, talking to you, speaking to you, all these things, walking, talking, and everything, hearing you, and all that, he's lying down here, right? He's not gone anywhere. You're saying he's gone, he's gone. Okay, if somebody is gone, who is that person who is gone? Have you seen that person who is gone? So why are you crying for someone who is gone? Who is not even seen, right? So this is how that question is asked. So then Maharaj actually told us, so then Maharaj told us a beautiful solution to this problem. Now you want to, our only problem is that we are not able to associate with that person anymore who has left us, correct? So how do you have to find a solution to associate with that person. How do you associate with that person? You cannot associate anymore with that same body because that soul has left the body. But that soul is somewhere lying. That soul is being taken out by Krishna and he is somewhere in the universe or somewhere else he is there. You don't know where he has gone. That's your main problem. If you like in school friends and all, sometimes after school they just do farewell party and go away. After 20-25 years, suddenly in some WhatsApp group or something, they come back and they're very surprised. Oh, you are here, you are here. Then they talk something, right? Those kind of things happen in many with this WhatsApp and Facebook groups and all that, right? So the idea is that we are feeling bad that I'm not able to connect with that person anymore. Where he is, I don't know. So if that person where he is, you don't know, what will be your first thinking? I know that other friend of mine was very close to that person and he had that contact. So let me ask him or her, that do you have the contact of that person? So that person says, yes, 2 years ago I spoke to him in this phone. You talk to him this number, you may be able to reach him. Correct? So you
Yes.
talk to that person who knows where that person is, whom you think is lost. Correct? The same thing applies to connecting with the soul also, connecting to the Atma also. How do you connect? You talk to that person who have hidden that soul from our vision, our connection. Who is that? That is Krishna. Because now that soul, that Atma, you can only talk to that Atma, not to that body. Because which body he is, we don't know. And in that body also, he will not remember you. If you go and talk to him, he'll say, who are you? I don't know. Yeah, we both are studied in the same school. We were running here, we were playing here, etc., etc. Man, don't, you're mad or what? I don't even know. I'm only this body. I only know this people. Like that's how they will answer. Correct. So the only way to connect is through the Atma, and you cannot directly connect to that Atma. So the only way you connect to that Atma is because that is also spiritual. Your Atma is also spiritual. You have to find a spiritual medium to connect to that Atma. And that is why chanting, you ask Krishna. Krishna is the one who has hidden that soul. So you call out Krishna's name and then that will be heard by that soul. And that is how you attain peace of mind. And that Atma also will attain the peace of mind. So that is why during this our ceremonies, 13-day ceremonies, the rituals and all that, they study Bhagavatam, they do the chanting like that. This is for people who are living, but there are so many souls who are left in the past and all that. So how do you handle that? This is always sada kirtaniya sada hari. So when we are doing the chanting, we are getting peace of mind. Why are we getting peace of mind? Because through that we are connecting with all the souls with whom we are not able to connect. And with that, all the souls are getting peace of mind. They are getting happiness. Because all the souls are satisfied, in a subtle way, these things are happening. Because all the souls are getting that peace of mind, we are also getting the happiness and peace of mind when we are chanting or when we are studying Bhagavatam or discussing like this. You get me, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
So that the other way to please that Atma is by remembering their good qualities. When we keep remembering their good qualities, then automatically we will start imbibing the good qualities of them. The two ways: you remember somebody's good qualities, you will imbibe those good qualities. You remember somebody's bad qualities, you will imbibe those bad qualities. Very simple. Whoever you are remembering, whatever you are remembering, that you become. When you meditate on something, naturally you become that. Correct? Yes, Suresh Prabhu, you raise your hand.
Prabhuji, when when we are talking to each other right now, are we talking to the body or the soul?
Atma. Depends on
Atman.
depends on whatever we are, the subject matter which you are talking. If I am talking about material things, that Atma does not understand that language. So it will be only to the mind that we are talking to. So that is subtle body. It will just keep for some time and forget about it. When we are really talking purely, but heart to heart, when we are talking, that will stay the longest. We won't forget that. Remember why we do that? Why it happens? Because it is heart to heart and it sustains for a long time. We are doing it for each other's well-being, so that sustains for a long time. It is captured by the Atma. That language is understood by the Atma and appreciated. So that is why you see Prabhu many times, Prabhupada's interactions. You see, after so many years, all his disciples, they remember and they share their memories um, what do you call, so much details. Recently, I think 5, 6 months ago in April, I was in Vrindavan. Just 5 days, they were doing Golden Jubilee, 50 years celebration they were doing for Vrindavan temple. Many devotees, their Prabhupada disciples had come from all over the world. For 5 days, they were recalling memories after memories after memories. And I was wondering how in this age they are still remembering what happened 50, 60 years ago. That's because of the impact that Prabhupada has created in their lives. They could remember it because it has touched the Atma.
Okay. Thank you.
Right, Prabhu? And same
Thank
way,
you, Prabhu.
when you study Bhagavatam, when you study Bhagavad Gita, you remember these things, the shlokas and all this. We remember why? Because the Atma knows these shlokas. Frankly speaking, we know all Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, everything, all the knowledge is there in the Atma. But it is the mind, the layer that is there, layers and layers of our anatas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, and all these things are there, no? They are the ones which are stopping this message from reaching the mind and intelligence and the senses. So many times when we are asked some shloka to say, we don't remember why, because this thick layer is stopping the message from reaching the senses. So it just stops with that. If you are really purifying ourselves more and more and more with the chanting, with proper seva, with proper consciousness, then automatically the subject matter comes in our mind. How does it happen? Because by constantly associating with devotional service and devotees, we realize the importance of bhakti. We realize the importance of this subject matter. So when anything that gives you priority in your life, you remember it, isn't it, Prabhu? I don't forget my name. I don't forget my say bank account number or whatever. I don't forget the house where I'm staying. Huh? Why? Because it's constantly there in my mind and it's in the top in the priority list. And in my sleep, when somebody asks me what is your name, they are there, right? So it's all about raising these subjects to the highest priority. So when you start giving the highest priority to the subject matter, automatically then this and repetition, constant repetition again, it will make us what should I say more close to this, and so we'll never forget it. So that is one secret. Remember something, you need to give priority. You need to understand its importance, the importance that it is giving to our lives. Then consistency and and intensity in our connection automatically will help us attain it.
Yes.
Mhm. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so let's do this
Hare Krishna,
verse now.
Prabhu.
Yes, Sriniketan, Prabhu.
Sriniketan. Prabhu, am I audible? My connection
Hmm.
is not that great.
Yes, you are
Prabhu,
audible.
you just now you said like the soul left the body, the connection is finished. Right, Prabhu?
Connection with the body is finished.
Connection with the body is finished. Okay. But we are doing the Shraddh ceremony, Prabhu. So what is that?
So the Shraddh
Can
ceremony is for the soul only, not for the body. See, the connection with the body only is finished. But the connection with the soul is still there, no? So we are helping that soul to, there will be, see, normally what happens is, no, Prabhu, in a normal person's life, there are many desires that are left unfulfilled when they are leaving their body. Maybe many times sudden deaths that happens. Maybe many desires, unfulfilled desires might be there, right? So the subtle body will feel the pain. Atma will not, but the subtle body will retain those things, and I mean it will give the pain to it will feel the pain, right? So what happens is for the Atma to go and take another body, it has to detach completely from these things. I'm talking about a bound souls, right? So even though it has to forget the whole thing, for first few days it may not be possible for majority of the souls, the normal souls I'm talking about, not the like more purified and elevated souls. They immediately leave the, in fact, before even dying, they leave all the connections with their body, relations, and everything, like how Bhishma Deva did it, right? So they won't have any relations. They will only have the relation with the absolute truth, Sri Krishna. Now, this is something which, as a responsibility, the relatives, especially their children, and the family, they are supposed to do as a ceremony to help the soul go and take the next body. That is all it is. And that is possible only with a spiritual medium. And that is why during that time, whatever rituals that are given, that varies from place to place. That we cannot that we leave it aside. Like whatever rituals that people do, that is as part of the shastra, they do that. But more important is our consciousness. So during that time when we are spiritually conscious, those 13 days, that's why they are reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, chanting the holy names, and to say they do bhojan, annadan to brahmanas or any sub elders and all that, they do that, right? So that is all actually to help the soul. Any other karmas or something that is there, some impure karmas are there, whatever, that to be purified, we help it in that's from our side.
Okay.
So it is not a must that you have to do it every year. That of course that people do as per our custom. Especially in the south, it is very strong. They keep doing it every year, or even every Amavasya they do that, which is part and parcel of the rituals, not only for our immediate father or mother or whatever, even to all the other pitrus, all the other ancestors, they do that, right? They are in that, we say that no Pitraloka, and all that, they all stay in the Pitraloka. It's only for those who have not taken to devotional service. But you see, for someone like Prahlad, Nrsimhadev, what did he tell? By your bhakti, pure devotional service, 7 generations before and after, and 7 generations into like that, they will all be purified because of your devotional service alone. That is the beauty. That's the power of devotional service. So because of the power of Prahlad's devotional service, even Hiranyakashipu was delivered. Means see how amazing it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thanks a lot, bro. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else before we study this shloka? Okay, so this shloka we'll study again. Anybody would want to recite it? Last week I recited. Yes,
Yeah, may I?
Prabhu? Please, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. एतावदुक्तो पररामतन्महान् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महता महीयसे श्रीष्णावनामं विदधे अनुकम्पितः. Krishna.
So this word to word we'll read again, Prabhu.
Should I, Prabhu?
Yeah, please.
Etavat, thus, uktva, spoken, upararama, stop, tat,
So
that.
etavadukto upararama means until now those 4 shlokas that Krishna spoke, he stopped speaking. Earlier he stopped his darshan, he spoke for a little time. Now his speech is also stopped. Now Narada Muni is left all alone. Yes, Prabhu.
that Mahat, great, Bhutam, wonderful, Nabha Lingam, personified by sound, Alingam, unseen by the eyes, Ishwaram, the supreme authority, Aham, I, Cha, also, Tasmai unto him, Mahata, the great, Mahiyase, unto glorified, Shrishna, by the head, Avanamam, obeisance, Vidadhe, executed, Anukampitaha, being favored by him.
Now, the Lord is actually stopped speaking, is wonderful. But what is the most important thing? Personified by sound, but unseen by eyes. That's the most important connecting thing here. We cannot see Krishna anywhere and everywhere just like we are seeing each other. But he can be seen and experienced by the sound vibration. This sound vibration which we are chanting is actually Krishna. Bhagavatam is Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is Krishna. That is how we are actually touching him. That Sukhena Brahma Samsparsham, the touch with Krishna happens by this discussing these subject matter. Because the subject matter itself is Krishna. Correct? The holy name itself is Krishna. Now let's read the translation.
Do I read the translation?
Yes, yes.
Translation by His Divine Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then that supreme authority, personified by sound and unseen by eyes, but most wonderful, stopped speaking. Feeling a sense of gratitude, I offered my obeisances unto him, bowing my head.
So, actually speaking, Krishna stopped, Darshan stopped speaking and everything, but Narad Muni is feeling a very, very great sense of gratitude that you at least spoke to me, Krishna. You at least gave me that half a moment darshan. That's more than enough. Because what you have done is you have taught me a very, very, very subtle and great lesson. What is that? That I don't have to see you. Simply by hearing you, I can is as good as seeing you. How nice it is. You have kept yourself so free. You have given yourself so freely to me. Wherever I could speak, and to hear you, I don't have to depend on anybody. Simply, I myself can do kirtan and I can hear you. See how sweet it is. If I have to hear, suppose Sriniketan Prabhu, if I have to hear you, I have to call you and you have to be available to speak to me. Correct? If you are not
Yes.
available, I cannot speak to you. But in Krishna's case, if you want to talk to him, you just call out his names, and that by calling out his names only you will be able to talk to him, and he will talk to us. That's the exclusive, unique, and the monopoly of Krishna. That simply by calling out his names, we are talking to him, and he is also talking to us. Because when we are singing, we are hearing the names ourselves. Correct? So when we are hearing the name Krishna, Krishna is speaking to us. When you are chanting the name Krishna, we are speaking to him. When you are hearing the name Krishna, Krishna is speaking. So you see how beautiful this thing is. That's why chanting is the Kalautad Hari Kirtana. Simply by chanting the holy names is the best way for deliverance in this Kali Yuga. Right? So let's read this purport. Who else wants to read the purport? Because I told you last time that how Maharaj made us all learn this verse, translation, purport, everything by heart, no? So let's read this purport. Who wants to read this?
I will read, Prabhu. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhu, please. Yes, Prabhu.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada, that the personality of Godhead was not seen but only heard does not make any difference. The personality of Godhead produced the four Vedas by his breathing, and is seen and realized through the transcendental sound of the Vedas. Similarly, the Bhagavad Gita is the sound representation of the Lord, and there is no difference in identity. The conclusion is that the Lord can be seen and heard by the persistent chanting of the transcendental sound. Thank you, Prabhu.
See, the beautiful thing, right? The Lord can be seen and heard by persistent chanting of the transcendental sound. This is what I was telling you. You can see him also, you can hear him also with a persistent chanting. Where persistent chanting means no stop, in the sense like it's boring. And I don't think I'm not interested, or something else becomes very important for me. Oh no, I have this thing, I have that thing, that person I have to meet, this person I have to talk. So this person said he will come today. So many appointments we keep in our mind that we can't give 5 minutes to Krishna also. That 5 minutes to Krishna will save the whole of our day, make our whole day peaceful. So this is where I told you there is no difference. This purport Maharaj said is the best purport in the entire Bhagavatam. That's why he told us to by heart this entire purport. He was not seen but only heard. Does not make any difference. There is no difference at all. Why? Because hearing him is as good as seeing him. Because we have to, if I have to chant, if I have to chant, I will have to chant, say some Vedas or anything. I have to chant with my tongue and I have to remember from memory and all that. But the Lord simply by breathing, our breathing is just some sound, that's all. But in Krishna's case, that breathing itself produced the 4 Vedas. And Vedas are the greatest subject matter in all the 3 worlds. And he is seen and realized through the transcendental sound. Just to his breathing itself, we will get that Vedas. Similarly, the Bhagavad Gita is the sound representation. Now it is coming from Vedas to Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is also not different from the Vedas. Sarva with the Sarva Upanishado Kava. Right? So Gita Amritam, Dugdam Gita Amritam Mahat. So Bhagavad Gita is a sound representation of that. There's no difference in identity. So when you're touching Bhagavad Gita, you are touching Krishna. When we are hearing the Bhagavad Gita verses, we are hearing Krishna speaking to us. He is not just speaking to Arjuna, he is speaking to all of us. The conclusion is that, when the Prabhupada is giving the conclusion, Lord can be seen and heard by persistent chanting of the transcendental sound. Persistent. Persistence means it's very important. This word persistent is a very, very important word. Because if I give up, then there is no persistence. It's not working here, I'll just leave it. That is not persistence. There's a consistency that should be there. And so, irrespective of whether I'm getting bliss or anything, whatever, I continue chanting. That is the best way of doing devotional service for Krishna's Krishna. Krishna will be pleased by the persistency or consistency. One day I come, one day I don't come. One day I read, one day I don't read. That kind of inconsistency Krishna does not like. Because why? Because his service is all consistent. Did Krishna ever stop our breathing? If one few moments, if he stops, he'll be gone, dead. His supply of water, his supply of fire, his supply of air, his supply, everything is consistent and persistent. And he is doing it irrespective of whether you are loving him or not, whether you are devotees or not. So to that extent, his service is persistent and consistent. So our reciprocation also, when it is persistent and consistent in the form of remembering him through this Shravanam and Kirtanam, then the love is very strongly established. The only thing we have to do by devotional service, that only reason why we are doing devotional service is recognizing Krishna's love, that's all. Frankly speaking, we have no capacity to reciprocate to him. What do we do by reciprocation? I may go and put some Lakshmi in the hundi. It is also, he says Lakshmi only. I am taking it into my pocket and say, this is my money, Krishna, I am putting it for you. Krishna will be laughing. Like a father giving some money to the child is giving it back to the father. What is the difference it makes to the father? The same money, his money only is coming. But the love with which that child is giving, that is what the father likes. The same way, we go and give Krishna, this is your money only. Somehow or other, I have got it. If I want to do some seva to you, please take this. Then Krishna will be happy. So that is how our reciprocation. We have to always remember that I don't have any capacity to reciprocate to Krishna for all that we are doing, Krishna. So anytime when the relationships are normally built in a favorable way, by remembering the other person's help to be more greater than ours. Relationships are destroyed when I think that my service to him or her is more important, more greater, more than what he is doing to me or she is doing to me. That is where the relationships go to the gets downgraded. See, so this is where the material is the spiritual and material are differentiated. The spiritual relationship and material relationship are differentiated. With Krishna, all we have to say is, Krishna, so much you are doing to me, I have nothing to do. So whatever little I am doing, you please accept me. It just accept it. Krishna accepts it with glee. Right? Okay. Anything else? So this verse, we can go further on this verse, but let's read the next verse also, and then we can go back and forth. Okay. This verse is Maharaj told the 25th verse is most important. 26th is even more important because in 25th verse, Narada Muni is expressing his gratitude, right? In the 26th verse, he is telling the importance of the personified sound vibration and how Krishna and the sound vibration are not different. All those things he establishes in the 25th verse. But the 26th verse is even more important because it shows what he did after that understanding. You got the point? Everything is what do you call? The word is not coming to me. Actually, the fructification of the act is possible only when it is implemented or applied, isn't it? So this 26th verse is the application of that 25th verse. What Narada Muni did after he heard from Krishna and he got that understanding that Krishna and his sound vibration are not different. What he did is revealed in the 26th verse. Okay. So let's read this verse and translation alone. We may not be able to discuss a very, very deep verse which we have to discuss for, for a churn more and more in detail. So let's do this thing. Who wants to recite this verse? Same Upajati meter only. Who wants to recite this verse? Yes, Achinandan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
नामान्यनन्तस्य हतत्र पठन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गाम्पर्यतं स्तुष्टमनागतस्पृहः कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमदो विमत्सरः.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very nicely said, and Spriha's name is also here.
Yes,
Nice.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. Let's read the word-to-word meaning, Prabhu. It's a very sweet word-to-word meaning, each one of them. Yes, Prabhu.
Namani, the holy name, fame, etc. Anantasya, of the unlimited. Hatatrapaha, being freed from all formalities of the material world.
This Maharaj actually, this Maharaj actually highlighted very much. We'll discuss it while we are. Yes, Prabhu.
Patham, by recitation, repeated reading, etc. Guhyani, mysterious. Bhadrani, all benedictory. Kritani, activities. Cha, and Smaran, constantly remembering. Gam, on the earth. Paryatan, Paryatan, traveling all
Paryatan,
through.
Paryatan.
Paryatan, traveling all through. Tushta Manaha, fully satisfied. Gataspraha, completely freed from all material desires. Kalam, time. Pratikshan, awaiting. Vimadaha, Vimadaha, without being proud. Vimatsaraha, without being envious.
Translation also you
Translation
read.
by Srila Prabhupada.
Ki jai.
Thus I began chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord by repeated recitation, ignoring all the formalities of the material world. Such chanting and remembering of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are benedictory. So doing, I traveled all over the earth, fully satisfied, humble, and unenvious.
Okay. So this is what he was doing after realizing the importance of Krishna in the form of a sound vibration. Now, in this verse, this particular translation, which is again word meanings are also there beautifully. Uh, there are 10 different items that Narada Muni highlights in this verse. 10 different items, right? The first thing is Namani Anantasya. Namani Anantasya means I began chanting the unlimited Lord's holy name, fame, etc. That is the first thing. Right? First thing is begin chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord. Namani Anantasya. Then next is Patan. Patan is what is Prabhupada saying here? Repeated recitation, not just once. Namani Anantasya means chanting his name of the Lord. He began chanting the name of the Lord. Patan is repeated recitation. So it's not just once I chant and I finish. No, not like that. I keep on doing it more and more. So the Patan means by repeated recitation and reading. Both Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, holy names, everything is included in this. Right? Third is the third part is Guhyani Bhadrani Kritani Chasmaran. This one. We will come to Hatatrapa next. But before that, Guhyani Bhadrani Kritani Chasmaran. His activities are mysterious. We are very benedictory, auspicious. That brings Bhadram in our life. The Kritani is his activities. And Smaran means constantly remembering. So all these four things put together, what comes is constantly remembering his glories, which are mysterious and benedictory. So he was reciting, repeatedly reciting, he was chanting, and he was also constantly remembering. That comes with the third part is coming in the second line. Uchyani Bhadrani Kutani Cha Smar. Then the fourth part comes is Hatatrapa. Hatatrapa means what? Being freed from all the formalities of the material. But this actually, Maharaj actually went very, very deep into this particular phrase. I will come to that later. But before that, I will highlight this point. The fourth point is ignoring the formalities of the material world. When you are chanting and all, we don't care for the material world. We are not very particular about being very formal about. When we meet devotees, each other, we know them, we just go and hug. There is no formality like only handshaking and just showing her hand like this or like this. No, we just go hug everything. We joke and we talk with people. There is no unnecessary formalities and all that. So that is Hatatrapa. That is the fourth one. And fifth one is Gam Paryatan. What did he do? He was going from village to village, planet to planet. Gam Paryatan means he was going all through. He was on the earth everywhere he was going, and he was going from planet to planet also, traveling all over the earth. That is fifth point. And in what mood? Tushtamana. His completely, fully satisfied mind. Like if I'm going to a place and see a big bungalow or big palace, I will become envious. Then that is not the right way. See, we should go with the tushtamana, completely satisfied. The other person may have a bigger house. I may have a smaller house. It doesn't matter. Both of us are having the same whatever food that we are taking. Same thing. Doesn't matter. So that kind of tushtamana should be there when we are traveling, right? So sixth item is tushtamana, fully satisfied, and seventh item is gataspruha, completely free from all material desires. No unnecessary desires. I go here, I will gain some money and I will become a big person, I become successful. Here I will go and I will get some nice association and all. No, nothing like that. So the seventh item is completely free from all material desires, gataspruha. Eighth item is kalam pratikshan. He was awaiting death. Because Krishna told him that in this lifetime you cannot see me anymore. He was waiting for that and he did not immediately commit suicide. So he was saying, whenever the death comes, let it come. But I will not unnecessarily make any hasty decisions. Let me continue my seva. Because Krishna has given me a very, very easy way to see him even during this life. That is by through his sound vibration. And then, so eighth is kalam prediction. Ninth is Vimadaha, humble. And 10th is unenvious, vimatsaraha. These 10 items are what Narad Muni is teaching us, that this is what I did after hearing from Krishna, this particular instruction in sound form. So actually,
Prabhuji,
the
can you
importance of
repeat?
this, sorry, Mataji,
Prabhuji, can you repeat 8, 9, 10, 8 and 9, 10?
let me do one thing. I will put it across in the chat. I wrote. These are all the 10 items. This is what Narad Muni said. Actually, I will end with this particular point, which actually Maharaj told us. Actually, many years ago, one of Maharaj's disciples, he asked Maharaj, how is it that you started Krishna consciousness at a very old age? Like very old means after 50s and late 50s, and he settled his family, and then he started early, but he became full time in the temple as a vanaprastha after all this. And then it took a long time for you to start. You got talk sannyas also at a very late age. But you were very famous all over the world. How it is like? How is it that you are able to do? How is it that you are so successful in devotional service, especially after taking up to see much late in the age and you are quite old thing and all that. So Maharaj told in a very humble way that it's because I uh, uh, followed this verse 1626 to the letter. I followed this all through my life strictly. That's what Maharaj told us. He didn't say, no, I am not successful. And all. He said, if you think I am successful, that's because of my 100% following this shloka in my life. And there are many more things to discuss about these 10 points. We'll discuss it in the Krishna in the subsequent weeks. But I just wanted to give a brief intro into this. So, any questions, comments from anyone? Yes, Anjan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
And Prabhuji.
Thank you. I joined really late,
I saw
just
you
like 5
pretty
minutes
late.
back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really late. Somehow I heard just when you were saying that, Narad Muni told Krishna that, okay, you have given me so much, but what I can give you is so very little. Somehow you become satisfied. Now I'm feeling like the same thing. You are giving us so much, and I don't know if I can give anything at all back to you. But so thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you for what all you have given.
Nothing. We have not done anything really. Whatever I'm giving is all my Guru's mercy, And he actually sacrificed every moment of his life in distributing this greatest wealth. Because there is no other way to solution to our miseries than holy names and Srimad Bhagavatam, And that's Prabhupada's strong conviction, and that's all his disciples also are following the same thing. So anything that I might be doing is just very, very tiny bit of what I got from my Guru Maharaj. Yes, Prabhu. Suresh Prabhu.
Prabhuji, this all explanation will boost my chanting from now. It's so wonderful that how this Nama chanting and Krishna's presence in front of us just by chanting is so wonderful that thank you very much Prabhu, for sharing this.
Really, Prabhu, because our chanting improves leaps and bounds if we realize that it is actually chanting is non-different from the holy names are non-different from Krishna. Same way, our study of Bhagavatam also. But Guhyani, Badrani, Kritani, Chasmaran is nothing but Bhagavatam. He keeps remembering again and again and again because it's so auspicious. Just remembering Krishna's pastimes is so auspicious. Now that Janmashtami is nearing, I know in every temple they have put some schedule of Krishna Katha, from the 10th canto all the way till Janmashtami. I know. So going to be so wonderful, so relatable to go deep and deep and deep. There's so many centuries. This Harikatha is the only way to to relieve everybody of them of the this material series and things, right? Everywhere near the temples and why they do early morning they do Harinam so nicely. In Pune also, during the chanting time, I think around 6 to 7 they do that, right, Prabhu? The holy name, the chanting, all the devotees, the brahmacharis and the local resident, they all go for a nice Harinam party, right?
It's
That's how
7
they
to
do.
7:30. 7 to
Sorry?
7:30. 7 to 7:30.
7 to 7:30.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay. I thought, okay, 7:30 is the Darshanarthi, right? Yes.
Yes.
I see that they take the mic and they miss speaker and mic and they go around very nicely. That is what Prabhupada has really, he brought a revolution in this world, And all we have to do is just acknowledge and uh, uh, appreciate that. See, and then automatically we will become carriers of that mercy. So, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. So I think we'll stop here. Purport we have to read still, 1626. I want to warn you that this particular verse will take some time to even digest a little bit. So as we go deeper and deeper, we will start really falling in love with this verse. And we can do the same thing with every verse in Bhagavatam. Okay? That's the success of our life. Okay. Yes, Prabhu?
Prabhuji, sorry, maybe I am not sure next Sunday I will be able to join or not. So I just want to share.
You can hear
this,
the recording. Yeah.
Pratiksham is really touching. Generally, we do not want death. But here, Narada
actually,
is
you know
saying,
what, Prabhu? There is a secret for that, Sachindan, because you said you are not able to join. I will tell you one nice secret that Maharaj told. This kalam pratikshan, actually, we not only for death, we wait for everything, right? We say that, it will take some time to complete my degree, it will take some time to complete my work, and this whatever things that happen in our life, and everything takes time, right? So that waiting time is a very painful time, frankly speaking. So what Maharaj said was that for devotees, that waiting time becomes your preaching time. You understand?
yes,
Sorry? So that when you are waiting, during that waiting time, when you are preaching or when you are doing this Krishna Katha, take Sangha, then that waiting time will not be a miserable time, but it's actually a joyful time. So Maharaj said, during that waiting time, you preach to the mind. If anybody is there, you preach to them. If nobody is there, you preach to the mind. How do you preach to the mind? By studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, by chanting the holy names. So that waiting time is where we actually do devotional service, right? So Maharaj told this very beautiful answer that waiting time is your preaching time. And then that waiting time will not be waiting time anymore. It is not your time, it is Krishna, it becomes Krishna's time.
yes, Prabhuji. And the second part, Prabhuji, waiting time means actually we are waiting for death. It is really
It
nice.
is waiting for death, or waiting for anything. Like say you're suppose waiting for your salary to come. You're waiting for your building to be, so you have paid a builder and the builder is taking some time and he says another 2 years it will take. So that 2 years is a waiting time. And that's a torturous time, isn't it? Anything that you wait for, or you are applying for some job and they are not sending your offer letter. So that waiting time is a bridging time,
Yes.
or your sadhana time.
Yes, Prabhuji, what I want to mention is, see, as you give an example of salary. So salary is a pleasing thing. So we wait, yes, we will get salary. But here Narada Muni is waiting for death. And that is beautiful. We cannot wait for death. Actually, we do not want to wait for death. We want eternity. Actually, we do not want to death.
No, I will tell you one thing. When you're here and healthy, you will not want to wait for death. I mean to say you will not like death. You don't want death to come. But when you're really suffering, no, Prabhu, at that time, your mind will tell you somehow or other, Krishna, why don't you take me away? I don't want to suffer in this body anymore. That old age and disease will definitely make us think like that. At this current age, we may say that, this is not really something which I'm worried about. Death is, I don't want death and all those things. But Krishna will put us in that situation where you will ask, pray to Krishna that Krishna somehow or other take me away.
True, true.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
yeah, I differ from the thoughts of Sachidanand Prabhu. Prabhu, actually, when you see people of very old age, like 75, 80, you feel, we say, I have said many times that I don't want to stay till that age, 75, 80.
No, that is also there. We see the moment you see both are right. Sachin Prabhu is also right because when you are thinking about your current situation, you will feel like, oh, it would be nice if I live for 70, 80, whatever, 90. But then when you see someone suffering like that much in the old age, then you may think that I don't want to live that long. Ultimately at the end of the day, Sachin Prabhu, what he's thinking is also reasonable from his point of view. What you are saying is also reasonable from your point of view. Both of us, both these thoughts will keep crossing, Prabhu. It will exchange. Like if Sachidanand Prabhu sees someone suffering like that in his own home or somebody, then he will also have that same thought as you said. And if you are having some nice thing going on or some nice successful things are happening, then you may not want it to go away because we know that this death will take all these things away from us. Correct? But the
Correct.
beautiful point here is that uh, both these things can happen. But end of the day, we have to realize one thing that irrespective of I want death, I don't want death, ultimately it's in Krishna's hands. You want
Yes.
death, and Krishna will say, okay, I will not give you. You say, I don't want death, and Krishna will say, I will give you. So that is where he shows his pure independence. I know Prabhu Maharaj, you know how Maharaj suffered in his old age. Externally, he will not show it. But he will be so much suffering that in that age also he will lie down for 3 days and not even take one morsel of food. Imagine in this age we are not able to sustain half a day fasting also. But he will just completely stop all eating and everything for 2, 3 days continuously. And after he says that's the best way to come out of the illness. He say that is a Lankanam Param Aushadam, Ayurveda says. So that's what he would follow. And after 3, 4 days, somehow he comes out walking. He told me once, Prabhu, because I used to take him from his room to the temple by car or by walk and all. No? So Maharaj, he had all the ailments and asthma, this, everything, whatever thing that is there, but still he would surpass all those things and continue his bhakti and preaching. So he was telling at one point, sometimes Kalacakra, I feel that why Krishna is not taking me away. He is neither fixing my problems nor taking me away. It is like how that Mrigari is cutting the body of the animals and leaving them half dead. So Maharaj told this.
Yes, Prabhu.
He told this, and I was shocked and said, Maharaj, what can we do? We are helpless, Maharaj. I mean, we cannot help you come out of this illness. What can we do to help you? We are stunned. We can't do anything. So Maharaj immediately said, no, for all these problems, Bhagavatam is the only way. Come on, let's take the book and let's recite some prayers and some slokas. He said, let's chant Bhishmadev prayers, Kunti prayers, something he will say. We'll sit there, right there only, and we'll chant. So Maharaj made us realize that, it will come to a point where you will be wondering why Krishna is not taking me away this way. And he is someone who had a tremendous, extreme amount of tolerance for the illness. And for him to say that means imagine how it will be for others. Right?
Yeah, bro, very true.
So anyway, I just thought I'll share that. Thank you, Sachindan Prabhu and Shiniketan for sharing this beautiful thought and it all really wonderful. So let's stop here. Krishna willing, we will continue next week if possible. This particular verse, it takes its own time um, it takes its own time to digest this, assimilate the deep message in here. Okay, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri
Jai.
Gurudev ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Go Prabhupada, Hari Hari Bol, Vancharam
Hari
Patam
Hari
Jeshcha
Bol.
Prabhupada, Patita Nam Pavani Prashna Pyaram Namaha.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Koti
Dandavat,
koti
Prabhu.
dandas, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.